I'm Cody Dabney from Velocity Modern Classics. Today we have our 1968 Street Edition Mustang Fastback. Today we're going to go over some of our basic functionalities of the car. All right, we're going to start by opening the hood. Your hood latch is directly center. You can see my hands here. Just going to push that up and open the hood. The hood's got a really smooth operation. It's got Ring Brothers billet hinges with a gas strut. Doesn't feel like the old janky hoods. It opens and closes really well. So let's talk about a couple things underneath the hood. So when you need to understand servicing the vehicle, so this black reservoir front and center is going to be your power steering fluid. We've got your cold air intake here with the K&N air filter that is serviceable. You can wash this, oil it, dry it out and put it back on the vehicle. You don't have to ever replace this. Radiator, of course, we use a 50-50 split mixture for coolant. Windshield washer reservoir, we ship these with just plain water in it. It's your choice if you want to actually put some, Rain-X style washer fluid in it. Brake fluid reservoir that's paired with your Hydro Boost. This little silver guy back here is going to be the reservoir for your slave cylinder, which is for your clutch. You can check oil right here, yellow dipstick. I believe this engine does take a 5W30 oil, so you can fill here. Like I said, everything is very serviceable here. It's all easy to get to. We've got brushless fans on the radiator. So everything is pretty easy to get to under here. Shouldn't need to change plugs for quite a while. If you got any questions, just let us know. All right, we're gonna talk about a couple things inside of the car. This car is equipped with Recaro Expert M's. It's got a couple different adjustments on it. If you want to adjust the lean back, there's a knob right here on the left side of the seat. To rotate forward, we will rotate forward. To rotate the seat backwards, we will rotate backwards. This seat is equipped with a bolster adjustment. That's what this small triangular knob is here. It can actually go tighten and loosen on your midsection. To tighten and loosen, twist this knob. If you want to fold the seat completely forward, lift up on the top knob, push completely forward, lean it backwards, and it will automatically lock. There's one more adjustment in this seat. If you want it to be a little bit tighter on your legs, there's a little lever underneath this front pad. It will lift it out. If you want to put it back in, simply grab it, grab the notch, push it back in. With the width of the Recaro seat design, we've located the seat belt retractors to the back of the seat. Simply lift up and pull out. I will recommend plugging in the seat belt before you close the door for easier access. All right, we're going to talk about your Velocity door panels that we install in the Street Edition Mustangs. This is a door panel that we design in-house. It is a modular system. If for some reason the door needs to be serviced on the inside, you have questions, there's something that might come up in the future, please contact us to understand how to take this apart. This is equipped with the Velocity inner door handles. This is what will open the door to get out. Here's your door pull. It's very solid. It's equipped with a Focal tweeter and mid-level speaker. All right, this car is equipped with a Velocity billet steering wheel that is leather wrapped. We hand stitch this in-house. This is a tilt column. It's got a lever right here to the left. You pull it towards you. You can tilt up or tilt down. When you want it in the correct position, release the lever and it will lock into position. We've got our turn signal right here on the left that is equipped with your bright headlight switch. If you want to turn that on, you're just going to press it on, turn it off. Hazard switch is on the lower right-hand side. To turn it on, you push in. To turn it off, you pull out. All right, we're going to show you some basic functionality of the gauges. We're going to turn the ignition to on. You'll see your Dakota Digital gauges power up. You'll obviously be able to see mileage on the left, time, and mileage. So we've got speed, we've got RPM, there's some basic functionality that we can switch through. There's a toggle switch right below your washer switch. As we click this, you will see some basic functionality of some things that you can customize or just personally want to see while you are driving. You can see oil pressure, you can see water temp, you can see voltage, you can see fuel level. These gauges also have 0 to 60 functionality, and it will show a memory of high mile an hour. We have the 60-second and quarter-mile readouts on your left-hand side, and then it goes back to normal operation. We've included instructions for the Dakota Digital gauges with all your paperwork that arrives in the car. This will further show you how to customize the gauges how you would like them personally. The way they're set up is basically the way you need them, but you're free to customize them how you want. To turn on your wipers, we have your switch right here below the gauges on the right-hand side beside the console. To turn them on, we will turn clockwise. To turn them off, we will turn counterclockwise. Your headlight switch is directly across on the left. One pull is park lights. Two pulls is full headlights. Turn off, push in. Your amber fog lights that are located into the center of the grille are activated by a switch that are completely under the dash. To turn on, you will turn to the left. To turn off, you will turn to the right. The gauges are equipped with a low fuel level alert. So if you're close to E, you will hear a loud beep within the car. It will come on as it approaches empty. You can turn this off. There's your toggle switch that you use to function the gauges. Left or right does not matter. You can hold down and you will see a clear symbol come onto the gauges. Hold down until it says clear. Your alert will turn off. It will come back on nearly a minute later. This will continue to happen until you put fuel into the vehicle. So we're going to talk about your AC controller. This is a decoder digital setup that controls your air conditioning and heat. It obviously will only work with the car on, so we're going to switch on and explain some functionality behind it. So this is set up for an automatic function, just like a new car. This can be turned on and off. It will come on to auto as soon as you turn the car on. So to explain a couple basic functions here, there's an arrow to the right. To switch from fan speed to function, we will press this once. You will see the arrow point down. This will start to change where you want the airflow, defrost, floor, or main vents. To adjust your temperature, this is your left knob. Rotate to the right to increase temperature, turn to the left to decrease temperature. All right, I'm going to explain how the AC vent function works. We have two functions here. So we can actually close and decrease the amount of flow coming in and out of the vent. There's a little knob right here on the bottom. So if you want to decrease airflow, we will push in. If we want to increase, we will pull towards you. If you want to direct the air to you or away from you, this is simply just turning this vent, and you've got a few different ways that air can blow on you. It can blow down, it can blow towards the center, you can blow it away from you. It's almost infinite adjustment here, just in this little vent right here. All right, as we move towards the console, there's a couple items here that we need to talk about. We have your power window switches for your driver and passenger windows. Obviously pushing up, we'll roll the window up. Pushing down, we'll roll the window down. We have our heated seat switches with a rotary knob. Driver side is on the left, passenger side is on the right. To turn these on, we simply turn to the right, which will increase heat or decrease heat. So to operate your center dash vents, we also have two different functions. We have up and down and left to right. This operates the same way on both vents. Your Street Edition Mustang is equipped with a wireless phone charger, much like a new car. The suede part right here on top of your console is what activates your phone. Simply lay it on top and your phone will start charging. On the front of the console, you'll notice that the car has RGB lights, which are activated in the same color sequence with your decoder digital gauges. In order to turn these off, it's clearly labeled. Push the switch, it will turn off. Press it again, it will turn on. Right beside that is our sub-level. This will increase sub-level and decrease sub-level. This car is equipped with a T56 manual 6-speed transmission. Obviously, to engage and disengage the clutch, we're going to push the clutch pedal. What's important here is understanding how to get the vehicle into reverse. In order to do that, this car is equipped with a reverse lockout. The only way to be able to put the vehicle into reverse is to push the brake. We will take it out of gear. We will push all the way to the right and forward. If failure to do this, the car will not go into reverse. It will feel like you were fighting it. So make sure you put your foot on the brake, push over, and go into reverse. Upon putting it in reverse, you'll notice on your doubled-in radio that your backup camera is activated. When you pull it out of reverse, it will automatically turn off and return to normal radio function. All right, we're looking at your Alpine doubled-in head unit. There's a lot of functionality within this radio. We're just going to go over some basic functions. You're going to get to the Bluetooth setting, which is from the top and this green arrow here. You'll obviously put where it says settings. You will find your phone. Once you've activated Bluetooth, it'll say add new device, pair your phone. That will automatically take you to Apple CarPlay and give you the option whether you want to use it or not. We have an EQ setting. We recommend not changing any of the settings on this. This has got a very high quality Focal stereo system in it. The entire stereo is tuned through the amps. So if you go through and start to adjust anything on the radio, it will override the amp settings. It's all personal preference, so I understand if you want to adjust these things, but the way we have the car tuned professionally, I recommend not to mess with these settings. To get back to the radio, we're just going to press this little music icon. You'll notice that your stations will turn up here. You can obviously change those and pick your preference. To obviously turn up the volume, you have your volume adjustment on the left. We're inside the building, so the audio isn't very clear right now. I do not recommend turning this over 25, 27. We have it tuned for that volume, and I promise it is very loud at that volume, but try not to turn it all the way up or you'll get some distortion through the stereo. To open your glove box, there's a silver button on the top. When you open it, you will obviously see a touch-up bottle of the green that is on your car. This is the paint that we actually use to paint it. We give you some of this in case you have a rock chip, and we've given you some spare fuses as well. If you encounter an electrical problem in the car, the fuse panel is located above the clutch pedal underneath the dash on the left side. We've included a fuse diagram with your car. In the rear of the car, we have your back seat. Each seat has its own seat belt as a lap belt. In your Velocity Street Mustang, the back seat will not fold like an original car. Behind this seat is your amp panel. You can simply reach behind the seat, access the amp panels if they ever need to be serviced. But we did this by design because of the equipment that's behind the seat. In the front of the car, we have the Velocity Design kick panels that we've made here in-house. These house a mid-level speaker. I want to talk about the fly windows on your 68 Mustang. These are brand new out of the box. Velocity does not engineer or build these. We're limited to what we can get sometimes from the manufacturer. I feel like this is a quality window, but the basic functionality of it just isn't as smooth operating as it would be from the factory. You'll notice it opens up fine. It will actually offer some fresh air, but closing it sometimes can be rather difficult. The seal sometimes does not want to cooperate, as you can see now, but it will go in and seal and latch. Your car is equipped with the Velocity Billet Mustang mirrors. The basic functionality of the mirror is to pivot, much like a standard new car mirror. In the rear of the car is your fuel filler. We've got your Velocity Billet fuel cap cover. To open the fuel fill, simply lift up on the tab, open. To close, press forward until you hear the click. Also in the rear of the car, you will notice your backup camera, which will be above your tag mount. This is a sturdy design, but be careful when washing the car or doing anything in the rear not to damage this camera. To open your deck lid, you're going to insert key, turn to the right. Inside of your Velocity Street Edition Mustang, it has a very custom trunk. These are all 3D printed panels. It's a modular design. In order to access anything inside the trunk, there's a pull tab on the carpet mat that is below. You'll simply pull on this tab, lift up, remove. Everything is modular. You can access the fuel pump, which is directly below this panel. All of these panels come out with Phillips head screws. They will come out in sections, and then you can access the battery, which is behind this right panel here. If you need to access the battery, all you really need to do is remove these 4 screws. This panel will come out very easily. Your battery is located behind it. While we're on the subject of your battery, directly below your battery is 2 charging ports to make it easy to jump off the car in case there's a failure of the battery or your voltage gets low. Your Velocity Street Edition Mustang is equipped with a 3-piece billet forge line wheel. These are very expensive wheels. They're lightweight, almost a performance style wheel wrapped in 18-inch Michelin tires. I do not recommend any type of car washes or anything abrasive on this polished lip, but it can be serviced and cleaned up with just a general aluminum compound polish. If you ever need to remove the wheel, this actual center cap will actually very gently pry out and this will allow you to access all of your lug nuts. This has an O-ring in it, and it will just press back into place. Make sure you get that click noise, and it'll be good to go. All right, guys, that's a wrap. We went over all the functions of the car. If you have any questions, reach out to our client experience team.